We live in a wonderful time for fantasy, but there was a time long, long ago when the most fantastical, what I'm talking about is the 80s.
Golden
the
Age.
80s was a wonderful time for fantasy movies, and it is on my mind right now because I have Bryan here. And Bryan, he is a man of many talents, but he is also a Sir Knight for a certain...
The Labyrinth Masquerade, it's a wonderful thing.
And
Indeed.
you work at that as a...
I'm a sword fighter and a puppeteer and a producer, but what I really want to know is what are your favorite 80s fantasy movies? Not just 80s movies, because there's a lot.
There's a
the
million.
80s, woo! Fantasy
Great
movies.
time to be alive.
Do you want me to go
When
first?
some of us were babies. Yes.
All right. I'm going to say Willow. And if you don't know why I said it like that, watch the movie. Warwick Davis, Val Kilmer. It's amazing. So.
Uh-huh. And that's from George Lucas.
And that is George. Okay, but Ron Howard directed it. Ron Howard directed it. Just calm down. Okay.
Who wrote it?
Story. I think it's actually only story by George Lucas. It's really good.
Okay, Bryan.
Dang it!
All right.
I walked right into that. Okay, what's yours?
I'm gonna say Conan the Barbarian.
Yes.
And it was when we got to see Arnold really shine, early in his career. But also it was the movie my parents saw on their first date, and I literally would not exist if not for this movie. I can't believe my mom stuck around after that, but she did, and I'm here, y'all. Bryan,
that is great. I mean, I have held the Conan the Barbarian sword. You know, Tony.
Could you
our
tell
friend
me
Tony
what is
Squadron.
best in life?
Crush your enemies, and see them driven before you.
All right, my next one. I would have to say I'm gonna go Henson. I'm gonna go Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
It was a great movie that kind of instilled in me the aspects of good side, dark side, you know, and I got it from watching Star Wars, the light side versus the dark side. But I really think that the Dark Crystal really showed it to me in a very fantastical and amazing way, and all the incredible puppets and everything. That's actually how I got
I
into
was
puppeteering.
terrified of that show.
Oh no, it
movie
scared
as
the
a
crap out
child.
of me. Oh yeah, first time I saw it, no, terrified. But then later I went back and was like, I did actually enjoy that movie. All right, what's your next one?
Well, this one has to be my top.
Yeah.
And if you forgot this, that's on you, buddy, because it's The Princess Bride. It's
Woo!
a classic.
Oh,
I
so
feel
good.
like this should be on a lot of top 5 lists ever.
I agree. You know, I'll admit something about Princess Bride.
What?
Because it is not a true historical period
No.
film, but it is fantasy based, and there's lots of poet shirts and things. I thought it was an old-timey movie from way back when. And
You thought it was
Carrie
Shakespeare
Ells-
or something?
No. But I thought it was like, because I grew up watching a lot of the heyday, like 50s, 60s, stuff like that. And I thought the movie was so old that Carrie Ells was actually dead. Because
What?
it was
No,
that
I met
so
him
long
last
ago.
year. He
No,
lived.
and I know that now, but watching it, I thought that movie was so old because of the subject matter and stuff, that actor's like, oh, I really like that. But no, I mean, he probably hung out with Cary Grant and they're all dead now.
He just has that classic debonair look.
He
and
does.
You can't help it if he looks so great.
So good, so good.
All right. So
All right, and then I'd have to say, not just because I'm here repping, but just because of everything, it combines everything that's amazing with the 80s, tight pants, codpieces, crazy hair, puppets, music,
Aren't tight pants and
underage
codpieces
dancing,
kind of
underage
hand in
dancing in
hand?
small towns where it may or may not be illegal. Labyrinth.
3 words. David fucking Bowie.
True story. Hashtag true fact study.
That was a fun movie.
It was so good, and it's just, it is one of those movies that, like, it's not a Henson puppet movie. There are Henson puppets, you know, bringing to life all these crazy creatures, but then David Bowie worked hand in hand with the composer and did all the music, and then some of you don't do this, that Beverly Crusher from Star Trek, The Next Generation, is actually a professional dancer, and was actually the choreographer for a lot of the dance sequences, including the Masquerade in the Bubble, which is what the Labyrinth Masquerade Ball is actually based on.
Yes,
Inspired
I
by
did
it,
see
yeah.
a little. Well, I saw a few of the elements, but it seemed like it went past that last year. At
Oh,
least in
indeed,
my
yeah.
experience, I don't work with them as extensively as you. I was just a guest.
Well, we loved having you there. And Labyrinth Masquerade, this is our 18th year.
Wow, it's legal now.
It's legal now. When it first started, it was a party for like-minded fantasy nerds and stuff to come together and have a really fancy ball. And then almost a decade ago, they started making their own storyline. And basically, Labyrinth is this time of year where basically the portals to every dimension, planet, and plane of existence opens at once, and everyone comes in, and it's like a summit. But like any summit, it just devolves into a giant party.
Yeah.
So we've got elementals,
Drinking.
we've got Civil War soldiers, we have different kinds of fantasy deities. We have dragon spirits, and
You have a pizza dragon.
we have a pizza dragon, which is not a dragon made of pizza. It is a dragon that makes pizza. His name's Sparky.
Oh.
And he is actually, apparently, our fans have told us that he is the boyfriend of our dragon, which is a giant, a 36-foot-long frostworm dragon named Sparkles.
Well, I'm glad the dragon found love. Anyway.
You know what? One of our greatest selling points is that for any girls out there that want to come, every princess deserves to go to the ball, and this is a great safe place to go and dress up and everything like that. There are dozens of knights in shining armor that will literally just beg for your attention all night long. And then for any guys that may be like, I don't know, that's really my thing. For every one guy, there are 5 girls. It is a 5-to-1 ratio. And if you show up dressed as Prince Charming and acting like Prince Charming, you're going to have a good time.
Let's go!
We're going on an adventure! Huzzah!
Yay, you can check that out. We will put the link below where you can read more on their website and find out more about Labyrinth. It's coming up very soon.
We have a new location, too.
We have a new location.
It's even bigger and better.
I'm so happy to talk about fantasy and enjoy it and revel in it. Audience, did we miss your top 80s fantasy movie? Let us know below in the comments, and please subscribe for more.